Resident Evil. That's 1 more than 0, and is also a net positive, as 1 is some, and 0 is none.
Is my microphone on or off? I can't. On. Okay, now it's on. Alright, there we go. That's much better. That button was confusing.
On now.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting one-sided conversation, I can already tell. Alright, well... Alright, well I'm just going to start playing. Let me know if for some reason you're not seeing anything. Yeah, test the limits of your sanity. No, let's do normal for now.
It died a bit earlier, but came back and seems good now.
That's good, that's good. Just like Jill, she died a bit earlier, but she came back and she seems good now.
Incredible. The Queen Zenobia. This thing is lucky to be afloat.
Take us around. Let's find a boarding point.
Who is that? Carlos Oliveira's older, less attractive brother? That's weird.
It feels like I'm in the big leagues with the popular streamers who use text-to-speech.
Sure, that's the reason. Seriously, who is this guy? I have no idea.
It's been 94 minutes since Chris and Jessica dropped off the radar.
But the interpolation from their last known coordinates puts them
On
right
this
here
boat.
on the ship.
So, I don't remember the controls for this. I guess they do it kind of like a shooter, okay. So, it's not available yet, but there's a very interesting feature that I should get momentarily in this game, where you can scan things, and it literally becomes Metroid Prime equals Resident Evil.
You okay?
Yes, I'm fine. Thank you, Carlos's brother. Oh yeah, that's right. There's no run button in this game because it was originally a 3DS game. So interesting. That's actually like full analog controls. That's different.
I might be able to shoot it
It's
off.
Metroid Prime time, baby.
Yeah. That's the idea.
A stench.
It's been abandoned for a while.
Yeah.
Ugh,
A
it smells
dude.
like rotting flesh.
It is rotting flesh. Gee. Great observation, Jill. Or should I say Jibble?
Crew's dead. What did this to them?
You.
Yeah, right? You indeed. Definitely not the most entertaining zombies, or the cleanest. Looks like this guy just like, you know how when you die, your bodily fluids and everything just kind of erupt out of all of your orifices? I think he had a lot of his bowels there.
No signs of life. But I feel like something's here.
Yes, a bad Spanish accent, I agree.
What happened?
I don't think we're alone.
Oh, we kind of got like alien going on here. What is that supposed to be? It kind of looks like a waterfall of saliva? It's confusing me. Oh well, whatever. Somebody's having a lot of fun in that
Think
vent.
we're in Kansas anymore, Toto.
Indeed.
There's blood coming from the ducts.
Ew. Oh, hey, how you doing, buddy? Oh, you turned into the tyrant or something? Damn. Yes, you have seen a mutation like that. That's tyrant arm right there. And that's no good. Now, this is back the way I came, so... Wow, that's really confusing to me because this doesn't feel like back the way I came, but apparently it is. Yeah, he is just hanging out. Okay, so this is back the way I came. The cutscene had me all turned around because, you know, ship, similar layout, all that stuff. So there's an elevator there, and there's more passageway here.
It's
I'd like
not
to check out
working.
more passageway. Yeah, they were really going at it in that duct. I mean, you know, when your sex is so strong that it draws blood like that, might want to use a little less force. I keep holding L1 wanting to knife these boxes because I'm so used to playing Resident Evil 5 and 6 with you. I'm just like, where's the knife? No! Oh, green herb. How nice. Does that go into an inventory? Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay, so this is how I can find stuff. There we go. That's much better. Basic controls. Run by doing that. Use that to strafe. Oh, you can strafe. That's new for a Resident Evil game. Square. Switch weapons with left to right on the D-pad. Only if you have one. Use a sub-weapon with R1. Okay, that's got to be like my knife or something. Triangle recovers health. Plus X. Okay. So you have a dodge mechanism. That's good. Okay. Files are not going to be on this screen. All right, good. So, oh, first map. What the hell? You can definitely tell this map is from its 3DS roots. Look at this. It looks like some bad old DOS video game or something. All right, hold on. So, I don't have any sub-weapons yet. Okay, I understand. So, I don't want to check this out just yet. Let's go for that elevator that I noticed. Can't wait for it to get to the scanning part, and you'll definitely see the whole Metroid Prime thing I was talking about.
No power, which means no elevator for us.
Boy, this Jill voice actor sounds nothing like all the others. I kind of actually liked Jill's actress in Resident Evil Remake, but this one's just not doing it for me. She just sounds a little too young to be Jill.
So, did they redo the graphics from the 3DS version, or did that for the console and PC ports?
You know, that's a very good question. This looks very much like the 3DS graphics, just upscaled and probably re-rendered a little bit, but I'm not entirely certain about that. That would be a good thing to search on this game, because I get the feeling that what they did here is probably just re-rendered and upscaled. It doesn't look like it's, you know, I mean, you can tell from the clothing and stuff that, like, it's okay, but it doesn't even look nearly as good as, like, you know, Resident Evil 5 on PC did. It's possible that they redid it for the PS4 version, but I'm just not sure. There's a key in here. I want it.
Here.
Sure, no problem.
Oh, his name is Parker. Okay, so it's Parker Oliveira. And there's your Metroid Prime scanner I mentioned.
I got something. I think it's a gun.
Now what?
Give me a sec.
I would not reach my hand in that. Oh, that's a nice homage to the original Resident Evil.
Yeah, I'm just used to 3DS and PSP games looking a bit weak when upscaled, so this must have just been good for the hardware.
Yeah, like the cutscenes are actually from the 3DS. They were probably just re-rendered at a slightly higher resolution, because you can tell like there's a little more artifacting and stuff going in those cutscenes. So I'm assuming the cutscenes were like originally, you know, made for a 320 by 240 display or whatever, and then they just redid the files and made them look better. You can tell from that blood spatter in the shoes that the models are pretty low poly and have bad texture mapping.
Where are you, Chris?
And then you get your little title card thing here. And this is where the episode truly begins. That was just like the tutorial to explain the controls and shit.
This sunny and idyllic Mediterranean coast was the site of one of the world's greatest structures. It took a full 11 years to finish constructing the world's first aquapolis, the floating city of Terra Grigia. A sustainable metropolis operating on a massive solar energy matrix and equipped with the latest green technologies. Never before had solar energy been used to supply power to an entire city. But In 2004, Veltro, a terrorist group opposing the city's development, launched a bioterrorist attack. They not only released a virus, but also several creatures, known as bioorganic weapons, further complicating the situation. This launched one of the worst tragedies the world has ever seen. The FBC, the world's leading counter-bioterror organization operating under the auspices of the US, was called in to direct efforts to contain the attack. The BSAA, a counter-bioterror NGO, which operates independently of the interests of any one country, went in as observers to assist the FBC. Realizing the need for immediate and decisive action, Supreme Local Headquarters issued the order to use the city's solar energy matrix on itself. Media outlets around the world began to refer to the incident as the Terra Grigia Panic. Following the incident, the FBC announced it has successfully disbanded the terrorist group called Veltro. It is now
Press X to doubt.
2005, and a sense of calm and security is finally returning to the people. But, as you can see, the lost city of Terra Grigia remains inaccessible, a silent and potent symbol of the threat that bioterror poses for people around the world.
Boy, whoever this actress is, she just does not have the appropriate voice for a news reporter on TV. She sounds like she's doing like a shitty documentary or something.
Ah, there you two are.
O'Brien.
Yeah.
Join the fray.
Well, my doctor told me I need exercise. I assume you both know that the FBC has cordoned off the entire area. However, in the past few weeks, a number of mysterious carcasses have washed up.
I guess the FBC couldn't cover up a mess this big, huh?
Anyone who knows what happened here is gonna put two and two together.
And that's why I've sent the BSAA in to investigate. Did you pick up your new equipment from Quint?
Yeah. Genesis, something. Is that its name?
You didn't bother to read the manual, did you?
No, I brought it with me, just in case.
I hope you read quickly, because you're gonna need it on your mission.
Yeah, I'm on it.
Worthless character. Alright, so this is where they teach you how to Metroid Prime. So, Genesis, the nickname of a high-level bioscanner currently being tested and developed by the Global Pharmaceutical Consortium. It bounces special synchrotron radiation off on the target in order to analyze it. Viral analysis. It is possible to detect and analyze even the smallest amount of viruses. Vaccine manufacturing. Since version 1.0.4, it has been possible to produce simple vaccines from the viral analysis data. Detection. Using synchrotron radiation, it is possible to detect specific objects. The data for bullets, medicinal herbs, etc. are registered within the internal memory for testing. If a detectable object is nearby, the indicator in the lower right area of the monitor will light up. So, you come down here,
Look at this, man.
and you can use this, and here you go. This is your Metroid Prime stuff. So you scan shit, and it not only gives you ammunition, but it gives you a few other things as well. I don't know exactly what it does, but I think that percentage stuff you see there gives you like damage boost against enemies or something.
I'm getting something from inside it.
Alright, there's something in this one.
Don't worry, I've done this before.
And this is several years prior to Resident Evil 5's events, so, you know, boy, we're just jumping all over the Resident Evil chronology, aren't we?
I've got something. is this? If it's an engineered mutation, this could prove a link.
I'll run some tests on this. Continue with the investigation.
More ammo. So you can spend all of forever looking around like this, but
That's where Terra Grigia was.
it's kind of difficult to tell exactly when you're going to come across. I mean, I never particularly liked this element of the game. It doesn't seem as, like, well integrated as the scanning is into Metroid Prime's DNA, so, you know, this is just sort of like an unnecessary added feature, I guess you could say. I see the same opinion from a lot of people online, too, that, like, you know, adding this to the game didn't really help.
It moved!
Careful, you two. Not only you, but one that we're dealing with. I kind of figured that. Don't worry, we're on it.
Least scary and useful enemy ever.
After Raccoon City, this must be a cakewalk.
I suppose. So why'd you quit the FBC for this outfit?
I wanted to be more involved. I wanted to fight.
I see you two are okay. Continue with the investigation, but proceed with extreme caution.
I don't know, it's not like the worst voice acting ever or something, but this guy just sounds like completely disinterested. I see you two are okay. Continue with the investigation.
Samples from the carcasses on the beach.
Jesus
I don't pay you to play. I pay you to work.
Yeah, so this little part here is just like, yeah, really? Do we really have to go around and do all this stuff? And the answer is yes.
Ugh, that smell. Must have ruptured from gas.
Christ, what a mess.
Alright, so I now have a hand grenade. That's awesome. One of the few holdovers from the Resident Evil 5 and 6 and whatnot that I appreciate. So see that, like, yellowish thing at the bottom there? That kind of tells me that I'm near something that's scannable, which is nice, but unfortunately it doesn't exactly work well enough to, you know, tell you where stuff is. Because as you can see, it just disappeared, and it's like, what the hell? Ah, there we go. So now, that's how you find things. So, like, that actually reveals them in the environment, and then you can run up on them. So that's how you find, like, little extra hidden caches of ammunition and herbs and things. And that's the part where people kind of take umbrage with it, because it's like, you have to stop every few steps and do this just to make sure you're not missing anything. So I kind of don't really bother with it unless I absolutely need health or ammunition or whatnot. You know, there is still some scattered around the environment, and realistically, there's not quite very much of it around. You know, it might be like out of, like, say, a whole chapter with 20 or 30 rooms in it, there might be like 4 or 5 rooms that even have anything in it. So it does kind of feel like a useless tacked on feature, honestly. Where the hell? Oh, there it is. I was going to say, where is the rest of this shit? Yeah, so
Collected enough samples.
that's what it was saying, is like, if you scan different kinds of enemies, instead of picking up information on them, like in Metroid Prime, it just gives you like a green herb or a first aid spray or something. I mean, it's kind of nice, but like, totally unnecessary at the same time.
Yeah, looks like Metroid Prime did it better.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, you know, this is just a thing, I guess. It doesn't really break the game for me in any way or make the game less interesting to play. Not that there's much to the game that's very interesting to begin with. I'm just kind of playing this for completion's sake. It's just there. Luckily, they kind of abandoned this entire idea for Resident Evil Revelations 2, so you don't have to go around and do this shit. Also, the gunplay in this game is extremely easy compared to, like, most Resident Evil games. That's not something you're typically going to have a problem with, you know.
Some peace and quiet.
All in a day's work for you two, eh? All right, enough chit-chat. Get that sample data to me.
Boy, you're just so
These
disinterested,
look
buddy.
like reject likes.
Yeah, they kind of do, don't they? Like likes if they had like a sandworm mouth from Dune or something.
There you are. Nice work.
No doubt about it. These corpses show signs of viral infection.
And I bet it's no coincidence they came through the FBC's blockade.
Well, we did all we can. Now, we wait for the results to come back from HQ. Huh? It's the emergency line. Yeah, it's me. Uh-huh. What? Yes, that's fine. I'll take it from here. We'll have to speed things up. Starting now. Uh-huh. Good. Get to it. Jill, Parker, you two are still on the case.
What happened?
We lost contact with Chris and Jessica.
When? How?
We're not certain. I've sent their last known coordinates to your terminals.
The signal was lost over the ocean. I thought they were in the mountains chasing Veltro. But judging from their position, they must be...
On a ship. I'll go back to HQ, take charge of the search and rescue. You two will be my eyes out there.
Yes, sir.
So something I've always wondered, is it actually called like the way it looks like it's written, or is it supposed to be like Japanese, so it would be like? Because I never actually thought to look that up until you just mentioned it right now. Saving often is recommended. Fuck yeah, it is. Alright, let's do one more chapter, I think. Or scene, or whatever the fuck.
Think these things got to Chris and Jessica?
I hope not.
Hey, no one's saying Chris is dead.
All right, then let's find him already.
Hope this is not Chris's blood.
You hear that? Was that the lock?
I'll check it out.
Okay, I'll see what I can find here.
Copy that. I'll radio you if I pick up Chris's trail.
Okay, so
This
there's
thing
some
has
kind
a lot
of...
of similarities
There we
to the
go.
corpses on the beach.
Yeah, there's lots of little items in this room. Holy shit. Way more than I remember. But as you can see, you use that little feature, and then once I get that scan rating up to like 100%, I'll probably be able to get like a, I don't know, some kind of green herb or spray or something.
Christ, these things... It can't be.
What the hell? I could just carry 60 handgun bullets, and now it's only letting me carry 30. That is mean. Very mean. And a very small amount of money or ammunition to be carrying around. Huh. Oh well, whatever. So like I said, now I'm not going to be running around scanning quite as much, because when you have 30 bullets and there's 13 on the ground, you know, don't really have that much reason to be scanning every single little thing, so I'll still check things out a little bit, but that's got a very wide radius to it, that yellow dot thing. So like you can see, I'm in this hallway and I'm looking around and there's literally nothing anywhere nearby. So I think it's actually based on like each specific room or it might be a radius from the
Apparently,
object.
Her name comes from an old Japanese proverb: even bugs that eat water pepper have their personal likes.
Interesting. I did not know that. Thank you for that little tidbit of information. Yeah, see, you noticed that, right? It's like, it's yellow.
In Japanese, their name is Reiku.
Ah, Raiku. So it would be like in English then. Very interesting. Thank you. Yeah,
I just looked it up. P.
You see what I'm talking about with the scanning thing? Like, it's saying, oh, there's an item around here somewhere. You should scan it. But, like, I'm so confused because there's nothing within any kind of radius or distance that I can see, unless it was just that item in the other room I already picked up. So, I don't know. Whatever. I'm just going to continue on.
Chris! Come on, say something! I found Chris,
Alright,
but
so
he's
Chris
trapped
is in there, so we gotta go around and try and help him.
No, it's a tough lock. I need the key.
Okay, then let's find it.
Alright, so here's a thing. Awesome. Let's go pick up that green herb. Alright, so that's a useful tool. You see what I mean about like the whole having to stop like every few steps or every couple of seconds and pull this out just to make sure you're not missing anything. It's like, I can kind of take it or leave it. It really slows down the pace of an already glacial game / series, so I'm not a huge fan. Unnecessary handgun ammo. Alright. Definitely going to be something in here. Yeah, you can just tell. These initial areas have a shitload of things that you can scan and pick up on. But like what I said earlier about like, you know, stuff kind of not being very prevalent except every couple of rooms, that definitely happens after like this first or second chapter. Okay, that's definitely... Oh, yep, thing. Hi, thing. Bye, thing. Damn. My aim is awful. Boy, these guys stack around worse than the Resident Evil 2 zombies, don't they? Okay, so obviously can't do a physical attack on this dude. Or at least not yet. Alright. And you can scan them after they're dead. I don't think you get quite as much potentiality from it, though. So, just keep that in mind. Ah, there's something in the hallway I missed. Okay, that's why I was going crazy. So yeah, it must be some kind of like radius basis then, because, you know, I wasn't even in the same room and it was still picking that up. So, that's exactly how it works.
Vibes with their movement pattern.
Oh yeah, definitely. They remind me of the nurses, not like the stupid creepy nurses from the movie or anything, but like the nurses from the second game in particular had that creepy ass vibe to them. Kind of that janky movement too. Alright, nothing else to pick up around here. Something in here. Alright. More items. What are you? More handgun ammo I can't take. So yeah, if you use this thing everywhere, you will literally be swimming in ammo, which is, you know, nice, but it also really isn't Resident Evil, or at least not the classic variety of Resident Evil. I already scanned you, so that's fine. Can't go in here. There's an anchor mark on the door. So the nice thing about this is it still has some of like the puzzles and mentality of like the classic games of, oh, you have to find key items and open doors with key items and whatnot, but it's okay. I bet you found the target now. This one is locked. Let's find another way that's not locked. That sounds good. Well, sucks to be her. Ooh, ouch. Wow, what the actual fuck are they doing in there? Yeah, thank goodness for maps. You would not want to do this game without a map, just because, like, I mean, it's super simple and linear right now, but, like, later on you start revisiting previous areas, and that can be really frustrating if you don't have a, you know, good sense of direction, or just abuse the map everywhere, because everything just looks the same. It's a ship, after all. Holy crap, there are a lot of items.
At the very least, I can appreciate them trying a different approach with this game. Doesn't mean it necessarily worked out, but experimenta.
Yeah, I agree. It doesn't necessarily mean that things worked out either. I agree with that for sure. But experimentation can be a good thing. You know, it's just... The other thing about this is, like,
What's going on?
further on into the
The
chapters,
POW's got her,
you
though.
get to play as, like, Chris and other characters, and you don't even
I'm
have
still
the
trying to
scanning
piece that
thing,
together.
so it's like, it obviously wasn't really built around that, thankfully. This would get really old around, like, the third or fourth mission, you know? So it's nice that they were smart and didn't put it in every single thing. Oh, I'm at 98% scan rating. Really? So I can't get the whatever yet? That's sad. Oh, so I found... Yep, apparently there are 30 MacGuffins to find in order to be able to get some trophies that I just do not give a fuck about. Great. I'm so glad I stopped giving shit about trophies like 2 or 3 years ago, because that would make a game like this hell. Like, over half the trophies are playing it in raid mode, and good luck trying to find someone to play cooperatively with on PlayStation.
Parker, I couldn't
Alright, so I found the crew quarters key. Yay.
find anything out on the woman, but I did find a key.
Let's try it out. I'll meet you in the Chris's room. See you there.
Alrighty. So this guy I'll go ahead and scan while he's alive. Yeah. So see, it got me a pill, whatever that is. I'm assuming it's just a simple green herb, but who knows for sure. So I can scan the same type of enemy, but as you see, it doesn't make my scan rating go up by any percentage points, especially once they're dead. I have yet to test whether or not you actually get more stuff from the enemies when they're alive than when they're dead. I don't know for sure. It's one of those things that's like I'm only slightly curious about, so I'm not really going to worry about it too much, but you know. Yeah, the moment-to-moment gameplay on this isn't, like, great, but it's not terrible. I'll definitely take this over Resident Evil 6 any day of the week, that's for damn sure. Alright, I think this is the key that opens. Yep, that's what I thought. Nothing in here. Goody. Alright. Oh, yes there is. Hey, how you doing, buddy? How the hell did all of you fit in that tiny-ass washer? There's no way. Alright, let's take the grenade. That's useful. Scan you. No, I got 15% from it, so I'm going to go ahead and guess that that means that you get roughly the same amount whether they're alive or dead. So that being the case, I will definitely take them out in the future to preserve the amount of health I might otherwise lose trying to go for stuff like that. Alright, useless ammo. Useless ammo. We're sitting pretty here. Alright, good. There appears to be zero reason for me to be in this room. Interesting. I didn't come in here for any kind of key item or anything, right? No, doesn't look like it. Just a bunch of handgun ammo I can't pick up. Alright, let's continue. I guess I'm just supposed to go meet him back at the room that Chris is in. Alright, I can deal with that. Let us continue. Oh god, you're right there. This is bad, 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 bad. Total bad. Wow, that worked out far better than I could have expected. I really thought he would attack me when I ran by him, but he didn't. Not that I'm complaining or anything. I just want to check these again. It feels like there should be something in one of these, but no, I'm just not that lucky.
Metal Gear Solid lockers.
Yeah. Too bad I can't hide in them from the enemies if needed, right? Okay, I already got that one, yes. Good. Anything interesting around here? No, not particularly, just more of these things. Boy, you know, they really just reuse the same model over and over. It clearly shows its mobile roots right here, so, you know. That's fine, I guess. It's not really that big of a deal. It's just, it would be nice if there were a little more variety, like maybe they had longer claws or something, you know? I don't know. Okay. There was something back around this corner I could have sworn... Oh, well, whatever. No, that's right, I was downstairs. That first corridor I was in, and like there was the yellow dot, I just couldn't find anything. I was so confused by that. Like, what was it hoping I would find? I guess I'll never know.
Jill,
Come on.
Yes.
We gotta help Chris.
Alright, let's get in there.
Chris! Chris?
Yeah, okay.
What is this?
oh, great. Shit, it's a trap.
It's time you learned the truth, Miss Valentine.
So yeah, that part's a little... Oh well. Alright, I'll take it. Oh good, I got an S rank. Not that I give a fuck about any of that. Alright, I'm gonna save here. That's gonna be it for tonight, man. If you want to see some more of the game tomorrow, that's cool, just let me know. But I have to go to work at 10, so I want to try and catch enough sleep to have a good day at work tomorrow. But then the nice thing is, I'm off Friday and Saturday, so if you feel like doing anything either of those nights, let me know, because I'll definitely be willing to oblige. But for right now, take care, and hope you have a good night.